What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol NVDA for NVIDIA Corp. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. We talk about the stock regularly here on the channel. If we zoom into the daily, what you'll notice is that we closed right at the resistance trendline. Now, what have we been saying about the resistance trendline? If we can test it in short proximity of time and off of a higher low from here to here, then it makes sense that we're going to start to monitor for breakouts inside of NVIDIA. Now, it doesn't mean that immediately tomorrow on the open you buy calls and you expect this thing to go to 300. That's not what we're talking about. But if we start to break through the trend line, then how does the price action look? Are we getting bullish price acceptance, or does it look thin? Do we continue to get rejections back down towards the lows of day? Something that looks like that. And this would, of course, be happening on an intraday time frame chart. I'm just drawing on the daily, right? So that's what you think about as we start getting into this inflection point. We know that to have a little bit more confidence in the upside, it's got to be a recapture of this level right here, right? That's where the selling starts accelerating from. We already recaptured this level right here. Remember that it was the low and then the lower high. We've recaptured that on today's session. That's a bullish indication. The next step is breaking the resistance trend line, getting above 272 quarter. If we can do that, maybe things start to change here inside of NVIDIA and we get a solid daily uptrend that starts forming. For now, we do have higher lows and we do have higher highs. It's just, can we set another higher high, then pull back for a higher low, so on and so forth into the future. No one really knows what that's going to look like, but that's how we think about it with higher highs and higher lows. Let's take a look at the 30-minute intraday time frame to see what else we can learn about the price action here. We certainly have a bit of a double bottom. Now, granted, there's a gap in here, correct? But the gap filled, okay? So it's not like we have a daily gap to contend with. The structure has been repaired. I would start to think of this as completely healthy bull flag acceptance at the highs and even an attempt for higher into the close. The obvious elephant in the room is the fact that earnings will be after the bell on tomorrow's session, and that could completely throw a wrench in this analysis that we're doing. But for tomorrow's session, at least, we're watching for the break of the resistance trendline. The bulls have the upper hand here, coming off of the double bottom and the strong close at the highs of the day. Let's quickly take out the Fibonacci's and get a sense for where the 38.2 is. Would you look at that? Perfectly to the T. It's the pullback low from the afternoon here. Let's throw that on with a regular price level. It's also so close to that 257 level that we have. Let's remove that. There we go. So anything that looks like this is nothing more than healthy bull flag consolidation. Breakouts take us higher into that pivot high here, closer to 272 quarter, as we discussed from the daily. If we fall out of the flag, then what's the play? Probably patience. I wouldn't really want to get overly biased one way or another as we head into earnings if we are still underneath the resistance trend line. It's really a coin toss at that point in time, leaning a little bit more bullish if we can break that into earnings. But again, and again, this is more of a personal thing, I suppose. You can always do whatever you want to do, but I will never carry a short-term options trade overnight through an earnings session. You have theta working against you. You have implied volatility working against you. It just doesn't make sense, especially on a 50-50 sort of coin toss event. So that's all I've got for you inside of NVIDIA today. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.